Just because you read it in a Facebook group doesn't mean you have to do it. It's the first part of December, and for most of us with a bermudagrass lawn, it is dormant right now. Everything is brown, and it might not look pretty to you. To me, it does. To you, it might not, and you may be thinking to yourself, I wish it was still green like it was back in the summer. Well, guess what? There are two ways you can have a green lawn in the wintertime. The first one, which my response to this is, why would you even think about it? You can get a lawn paint and paint it green, which in my opinion is just absolutely ridiculous. And the second option, now if you haven't done this by now, it's not an option for this year, but you can do it next year. You could overseed it with ryegrass, and then you can do lawn care all winter long. But I'm about to tell you 3 reasons why, in my opinion, that would be the single most biggest lawn care mistake you could make. Now, I'm not saying that overseeding a bermudagrass lawn with ryegrass for the winter doesn't have its advantages. I know people that have done it. It looks beautiful. You get the amazing stripes, and folks really enjoy doing that through the off season. I'm just saying, for me, it is not my cup of tea, mainly because I like, when I have my Christmas lights up during the holidays, for my lawn to be dormant and brown. I just feel like my Christmas lights and a green lawn just wouldn't go together like peanut butter and jelly. But here are 3 reasons why, if you do decide to overseed your bermudagrass lawn with ryegrass in the fall for a green lawn all year long, I think it will end up being the biggest mistake you make all year. Now, this is not a how-to, giving you the steps on how to do it. If you do decide to do it, you better research those steps. And these 3 reasons will kind of touch on them, but not lay it out for you. But you better research those steps, because if you don't do it the right way, I'm telling you, you will regret it. And here's the number 1 reason, or first reason, why it would be a huge mistake. Because I would be willing to bet, if you don't do your research, you are going to spread out way too little seed, and you are going to have quite the patchy overseed of ryegrass, and you'll see a lot of a dormant lawn and just little straggling hairs of ryegrass sticking up, and you won't even come close to accomplishing that uniform full green lawn of ryegrass that you were hoping for. So if you do decide to do it, you better make sure you throw down that seed, throw it down heavy, because ryegrass is not like a bermudagrass that grows by stolons and spreads and fills it on its own. You got to throw out enough seed to make it full. That's number 1. Number 2, you're going to like it so much that when the springtime comes and it's really starting to take off again after those really cold winter months, depending on where you are, you're going to like it so much that you're just going to have such a hard time saying goodbye. Oh, I hate goodbyes. And then you're going to not kill it off soon enough in the spring. You got to kill it off way sooner than you think you do, and way sooner than you're likely going to want to, because you're just loving those stripes and mowing it low. And how can I get rid of it right now? But when it comes time to get rid of it early, you will have to just part ways with it, because if you leave it around for too long, your Bermuda is going to have an even more difficult time coming out of dormancy in the spring. It will be competing with that ryegrass for all those nutrients, and you won't be into your Bermuda lawn season until much later in the year. Now, I have seen people not kill it off early enough, and their Bermuda really struggled to even fully come in that entire season. So you want to make sure you kill it off early enough so you can get to your Bermuda lawn kind of on a normal schedule, because that's really what you want for the majority of your season. And here's reason number 3. Look, you've been loving the mowing 2, 3, heck, maybe 4 times a week on your Bermuda lawn all season long. You know, it's therapeutic. You get a lot of joy and relaxation out of it. So you just don't see how you can't do it through the wintertime. So you think it's going to be a good idea. And then all of a sudden, the days are really short. It's getting super dark early. You're busy with the holidays. You don't have time to mow before it gets dark after work, because it's already dark perhaps when you get home from work. Kids' activities are ramping up through the wintertime with dance recitals and holiday performances, whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden you mix in the lawn care work as just something else you have to do. And then before you know it, you're thinking, man, that off-season break doesn't really sound all that bad right now. So that's my reason number 3 for saying that, you know what, perhaps you just shouldn't overseed in the fall. Just take that break throughout the winter time. Listen, it's really a short one, folks. Before you know it, it's time to start cleaning things up in the spring and scalp, and then it starts warming up, and then you're back to the grind in no time, really, in no time. So if you're like me, I really enjoy, I almost anticipate the first frost or freeze of the season so I can get into that off season. I don't know. I soak it up. I really enjoy the time away from the lawn. In my personal opinion, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Okay, so those are your 3 reasons why I think overseeding a Bermuda grass lawn with ryegrass in the off season is quite possibly the biggest mistake you will make in lawn care. And again, if you haven't done it already, it's December right now. You're too late in the game. Maybe you want to do it next season. If you've made any of these mistakes, leave me a comment down below. Give me some of your feedback. If you found this video helpful at all when it comes to helping you make your decision on whether or not you want to overseed with ryegrass, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All those things really help me out a lot here on the channel and motivate me to keep bringing you this lawn care content. But as always, I appreciate you for joining me here on Budget Lawns, and I hope I'll see you next time. Take care.